The big debate. Lightweight versus heavy weight. Which one should you use to build muscle the fastest? Some people think higher reps and body weight exercises are more effective, while other people think that lower reps using heavy weights are most effective for building muscle growth. So which training style provides better results? The answer may be different based on each person according to scientific data. The intensity of training in exercises plays a major role here. According to science, training intensity focuses on the percentage of someone's 1 rep maximum that 100% of your 1 rep maximum is when someone is using a load that can only be completed for 1 repetition. 80% of someone's 1 rep max is when someone is using a load that could probably be repeated for 7 to 8 repetitions before failing. Each percent level of someone's 1 rep max relates to a particular rep count based on data garnered from a plethora of strength training studies. According to this chart, training with less weight or a lower percentage of someone's 1 rep max will allow for more reps, and training with heavier weights or a larger percentage of someone's 1 rep max will correlate to performing fewer reps. Some lifters suggest training with light weights performed from 15 to 25 reps per set maximizes muscle growth. The thought here is that light weights and high reps are superior because the combination creates more metabolic stress, which is a physiological mechanism that occurs while resistance training as a reaction to low energy levels within the cell that leads to metabolic buildup like lactate, inorganic phosphate and hydrogen ions. Training with higher reps most times also gives the feeling of being more effective, especially when someone gets a big pump swelling up their muscles. There are a lot of popular bodybuilders who use light weight training as their main method. On the contrary, there are several studies which found that someone can build an equal amount of muscle with low, medium and higher reps. Data research reveals that extreme high rep sets using only 30% of a 1 rep max can provoke the same amount of muscle growth as a traditional muscle building rep range using 80% of a 1 rep max. However, these studies do not reveal the whole picture in terms of building muscle efficiently. One should keep in mind that extremely low rep training like performing 1 or 2 reps per set is not likely to be optimal for muscle growth. There is a study that found that performing 8 heavy sets of a 1 rep max led to inferior results than 8 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Finding a medium can be beneficial for maximizing muscle growth by selecting a load that can be repeated at least 4 times per set. Training with extremely heavy loads for lower repetitions can be more stressful on someone's joints and ligaments as opposed to training with medium or higher rep ranges. The studies that found that athletes who trained with lower reps gain an equal amount of muscle also revealed that higher injury rates were had. Therefore, low rep training may not be the best for those who are injury prone or have joint issues. Also, heavy weights for low reps may not be recommended for isolation exercises because it is difficult to maintain proper form when performing. Compound exercises like squats and overhead military presses can be performed with heavier loads for lower rep count with minimal issues as long as proper form is kept, striving for at least 4 reps. Now swinging over to the high rep range, there is contention with choosing an appropriate amount of reps to build an equal amount of muscle with high rep sets compared to medium rep sets. One would have to push to failure. Research shows that it is not beneficial performing high rep sets without going to failure. Most individuals don't have the energy to push out 4 to 5 sets to failure with a light weight of a low percent of their 1 rep max. So, it is usually better to perform more sets of compound movements in medium to lower rep range while performing high rep training for isolation exercises like bicep curls, for example. Extra fatigue is less of an issue with the isolation exercises. Research shows that training using a mix of rep ranges is beneficial to muscle growth as opposed to targeting a specific number of reps per set. Different rep ranges highlight different muscle building avenues. For example, higher rep training predominantly prompts the metabolic stress avenue, causing low energy levels in cells leading to the buildup of lactate, phosphate and hydrogen ions. High rep training is also beneficial for targeting slow twitch muscle fibers. These fibers are not as strong as fast twitch fibers. They stand up better to fatigue. Heavier weight training with lower reps creates high levels of tension on the muscles. This is a different kind of muscle growth stimulus. Particular proteins and muscle cells are activated in this training style. This initiates a cascading effect of hormonal signals that stimulates new muscle tissue, providing a good reason to include heavyweight low-rep training in one's program. Here is where fast twitch muscle fibers are more effectively trained. These muscle fibers can produce a great amount of force. However, they also get tired quickly. Training heavy is also a great way to get physically stronger, which also carries over to size gains. Research shows that strength improvement comes with more muscle activation while exercising. This is why muscle growth can benefit from strength improvements. There is a carryover when performing in the medium to high rep range. The strength gained in the low rep range will allow for more weight to be lifted in the medium to high rep range, ultimately leading to more muscle growth. Here are some examples of how to bring these different rep ranges together into a training session for optimal results. One way is by alternating between high rep training sessions and low to medium rep training session from month to month. This allows the body enough time to adjust and grow according to the designated rep range. Start by allotting 4 weeks with one of the 3 rep ranges before switching to another one. Example rep ranges could be 3 to 5 reps, 6 to 8 reps and 12 plus reps. On the first 4-week period, one could lift heavy load hitting failure around 3 to 5 reps. On the next 4-week period, go to 6 to 8 rep choosing a lighter weight. Then do another 4-week using the 12 plus rep range. These 3 rep ranges can be cycled on a 4-week basis or any number of weeks someone chooses. This strategy should greatly contribute to someone's strength and muscle building progress. When you go back to a previous rep range performed weeks or months ago, attempt to go up in weight for that particular rep range. This is progressive overload and also greatly contributes to overall strength and muscle building progress. Someone can also use different rep ranges for each training session, setting those rep ranges according to their goals. For example, if someone is not strength focused, as they build muscle they can target a small percentage of their sets in the 3 to 5 rep range and a larger percent of their sets in the 6 to 8 rep range and another small percentage of their sets in the 12 plus rep range. This setup does not need to be exact. Simply incorporate a couple heavy sets and a couple light sets to every 7 or 8 medium rep sets. This is just an example on how to incorporate these different rep ranges for the most muscle stimulus. This can be worked out on the flip side too if someone is more focused on strength gains. They could perform a higher percentages of their sets in the 3 to 5 rep and 6 to 8 rep ranges while performing a very small percent in the 12 plus range. Another situation could be geared towards someone more susceptible to injury or recovering from an injury. This person could strive for a higher rep range training session. Their injury risk should be lower due to less stress on joints, ligaments and tendons. It would not be advised for this person to perform any exercises in the 3 to 6 rep range. Thank you all for your time and please subscribe to this channel if you have enjoyed or gained any knowledge.